Boys and girls, Mrs. Kang here, ready to give you some help with Latin. If you're in my Latin Primer A class, these sentences that they have in the book, we don't have a lot of time to go over. We're going to do them right now. So sit down and copy off this email that I've just emailed your parents. And let's do these sentences where all that work you've done with memorizing those vocabulary words, we're now going to put them together. So you're going to have a subject, noun, and a verb. So here we go. Here's the sheet that I just passed out, and I want you to take a look at what I've got here. It says for the directions, underline the ending, and label each word. Now, you know what endings are, right? These are your noun endings for first declension, second neuter, right? And verb endings. Verb endings. So far, we've learned present and imperfect. Okay, those are the endings that you've learned. So what we're going to do, we're just going to underline those endings. And I've taught you to use colors. That's the best way, except like Zachy told us the other day. He said, Miss Kang, I'm colorblind. Oops, sorry. So those underline those endings. And so this can clearly, you can see by that ending, as you look on there it is. And what job is that operating as in the sentence? It's a subject noun. Now in Latin, we call that nominative, but you can think in English. So when it says underline the ending and label, when I say label, I just want a job. So that's a subject noun. This is a T. It's green. Because it's green, you're going to look on this sheet. Where's the T? Bingo. That means he, she, or it. And so it's a verb. It's present tense. It's a verb. It's just a verb. So first you look at the endings, you underline the endings, and you label each word according to the ending. Endings are the giveaway. Is this a noun? Well, let's look at the ending. What's on the end of the ending? Let's look at this one. What's that ending? Oos. Okay. Okay, where's oos? Ew. Here it is. What job is that? It's nominative again. Okay. So, and we're not going to color it pink, right? Because it's the second declension. We're going to color it blue. But the job that it's operating, it's a subject noun, also called nominative. Now let's look at that next word. It's a T. It's a T. And where did we have a T? Well, the color gives it away, but there is the T, present verb tense. So it's a verb. Okay, so you're going to label it as a V. All right. And the same with this. Underline the ending, AE. So where's AE on here? Now remember, since I'm just doing sentences, please don't point out these two endings, okay? No need, you haven't learned it yet. Let's just focus on the subject because that's what we're teaching you. How to identify a subject and a verb. Notice the pattern. But you would be correct when you'd say, hello, Mrs. Kang, we have 3 AEs. Yes, you are right, we do. Can be tricky, but just for the beginning here, it's a plural subject noun. So I want you to put an SN there, and I want you to keep in the back of your head, plural, okay? Now let's look at the next ending. NT, NT. All right, let's look on that verb sheet. Where's that NT? Aha, there it is. Whoa, is that the plural column? Yep, because subjects and verbs have to agree. And if you're saying to me, wait a minute, Mrs. King, we learned that in Shirley Grammar. Exactly, another benefit of Latin. It strengthens your understanding of grammar. Keep going. So let's look at this one. Here's an I. For some reason, I have a period in there. Please forgive me. And where is an I on this noun sheet? Let's find it. Aha. Don't look at that one. Right here, subject noun. Excellent. What column? Plural. Thank you. What color? Blue. Subject noun. And what's the ending here, please? NT. And we just did that one. There it is. It's a verb, it's present, and what gender is it? What number is it? Excuse me. It's plural. All righty. All right. So that's what you're going to do for these. This one, Aquarius. You can see it's the same as that, oos, right? And so that's a subject noun. Here's a T. Same as that, T. So that's a verb, right? I could go and show you the endings on the chart again. Here's one more. What this is an E, and we know that is second declension, and this is NT. So all of these subject, noun, verb endings agree. If this is singular, this is going to be a singular ending. Singular, singular ending. Plural, plural ending. All right, let's go ahead and translate it. You ready? So feminine means the woman. The woman, singular. The woman what? Enters. Enters. The woman enters. Or don't forget, we have three different ways. The woman enters. The woman is entering. The woman does enter. And what does she enter? The door. She enters the door. We can put door later. All right. Here we go. Dominus stat. Dominus means the master. The master. The master stat. Stands. The master stands. The master is standing. The master does stand. Three different ways to translate. You can even turn it into a question. Is the master standing? Exactly. Number 3. Amici stant. The girl friends stand. The girlfriends stand, the girlfriends are standing, the girlfriends do stand. Or turn it into a question. Servi laborant. The servants work. The servants are working, the servants do work. Excellent. All right. Aquarius laborat. These are all sentences taken from your book, by the way. The water carrier works. The water carrier is working. The water carrier does work. And number 6, servi clamant. Oh, you didn't label that, Mrs. Kang. Sorry. Subject, noun, verb. The servants, and they are male servants because it is masculine, shout. I wonder what they shouted. Water! Sorry. Shout. Shout. All right, excellent. So that's your first page, and that's what I want you to do for here. Same thing. Color those endings and label. So color the ending, label the word, then translate. So you're going to do that for these. And then when you get here on this page, you're going to parse. Parse. Parsing is different than labeling. Parsing is when you answer 3 questions for a noun and 3 questions for a verb. The questions you ask for a noun is, what declension is it? What declension is this noun? Does it belong to the first declension, the second, or the second neuter? So what declension is it? Then the gender, is it masculine, feminine, or neuter? What number is this noun? Is it singular or plural? Singular or plural? Singular or plural? And what case is this noun? What job? Well, so far you're only learning subject noun. But you know, you're going to learn them all. This is the subject. This is possessive noun adjective, asking whose. This is the indirect object, answering to whom or for whom. This is the direct object, answering what. And this is the ablative, the object of the preposition. So those are the 4 questions for a noun. And so when you look at this one, I'm going to color right? Because it's right here, right there, subject noun, right? There it is. And I'm going to answer these questions. So what declension is nauta? What declension is it? What it belongs to first declension. So I'm going to parse. Parsing is something you do above, and I'm going to put a 1 standing for first declension. Then what gender is nauta? Do not be tricked. This is one of the tricky ones. The gender of nauta is masculine. I don't know if you remember that, but I'm going to put an M because that's one of the 4 nouns that are exceptions. Nauta, agricola, poeta, and incula. Okay. All right. So the declension, gender, and now I need the number. What number is a? Singular. Excellent. This is called parsing. And the last question, declension, gender, number, case. Case is the job. So we're going to say subject noun. Bravo. You just parsed. Thank you. Thank you. You want to know what was the point of that? Well, those are 4 pieces of information. This is the scientific method. We're teaching you to be very scientific and be exact. Latin's a very exact language. And so with that information, translate nauta. The sailor. The sailor. All right, let's go to this one. All right. We're going to color that T green because that's the verb. We're going to look at our verb sheet at that T. We're going to notice and identify that we're in the present tense. It's singular, it's third person. And let's look at the 4 questions that we're going to ask for a verb. Okay, you ready? So we're going to parse this verb. We're going to first answer, what conjugation is this verb? Meaning, is this verb on the word list end in ARE? So it's now we go, now we gare, or is it long ERE? So is it first conjugation or second conjugation? That's very important to answer that question first. It's going to give us the right ending. And if you know your vocabulary, it is first conjugation. So we're going to put a 1 up there. Then we're going to ask, what person is T? Well, we're going to go back and look at our sheet. What person is T? And you're going to say third person. Okay, very good. Then your next question is, what number is T? Is it singular or plural? We're going to say, well, clearly, Mrs. Kang, it's singular. Okay, put an S then. And your last question is, what tense is this T? What tense is it? Well, let's look on our sheet. What does that say? It says present. So we're going to put a P. The sailor sails. The sailor is sailing. The sailor does sail. And you're going to do the same thing with this one. You're going to remember this is irregular, IR. Here's your verb, sum est, sumus est sunt. And this is what we call right here. If you look on the back of your camera, your sheet, you'll see sum est, sumus est sunt, I am, you are, he, she, it is. This is a linking verb. Linking verb acts as an equal sign. So basically you're saying this equals this. Now you can see we have 2 different colors. This is IR and this is A. But you know what they match in? You know what they match in? Watch this. IR equals A. They match in cases. They're both subjects. Yes. In fact, guess what I'm going to call this? So this is, well, let's start with this one. What declension is this? Because let's look at the questions. This is a second declension. What gender is it? Man is masculine. What number is the man? Well, I'll show you on the sheet. It is singular. So he's singular. And then what declension is, what job is it? It's subject noun. This is a linking verb. I'm just going to say linking verb for the moment. We'll come back to that. This is first declension. It's masculine, right? Even though it ends in an A, it belongs to first declension, but it's masculine. It's one of those irregular nouns, right? Masculine. Then it's number. If you look at the A on the sheet, it's singular. So I'm going to put an S, and it's called a predicate nominative. Now you want to know another benefit of Latin is you are understanding grammar. So you got predicate nominatives have the same ending as the subject noun and a predicate adjective. So there you go. This is called parsing, and your job is to go back and parse all these sentences. So now you just did the subject, you did the job, the case. Now I want to know for the noun, gender, number, declension, and gender, number. So what would you do for declension and gender number? This is a first declension. It's feminine, it's singular, and it's subject noun. That's what I want you to do. I want you to answer all four of those questions. You're like, really, Mrs. Kang? Yes, really. This is the hard work, the training of your brain, getting you in that groove of asking 4 questions for those words. And you're going to be a master here at this Latin. So this is setting you up. If you ever want to go into a tutorial where they have Latin, you're not going to miss anything. You're going to be set up to know exactly what's going on. I'm just going to finish these real quick. So this is pueri, ambulant, germanus, pugnat, amica, fabulus, marcus. So I just, in case you want to check your answers, ambulant, pugnat, ambulat, necat, errant, oops, amicus. All right, excellent. There's your verb. Est is a linking verb. Okay, and let's get our first declension. Very good. All right, so having colored those, let's go ahead and go back and label, just label. Remember, labeling is just giving it that job. So pueri, and looking on my, pueri, looking on my sheet, it's subject noun. Okay, subject noun. And then this NT, I'm sure you have the pattern by now. NT is verb. Yeah. So those labelings are just giving you the big picture, a pattern, right? Subject, noun, verb. Here's the us. And take the time to look on your sheet for the us, so you can start memorizing. Oh, that's a subject noun. Okay, write it right there. And then what's this T? Well, I know you know it. We just did it. T, it's a verb. This is a verb. And when we parse the verb, we're going to ask those 4 questions. All right, let's do the next one. Amica, there it is, subject noun. Okay, and then what's this T? Okay, well, we just did it. I don't think you forgot. It's a verb, right? Present tense. Okay, fabulous, us, nominative, subject noun, excellent. And necat, T is the ending, because Latin's all about stems and endings. We're separating those endings because the endings are telling us the job. We're not even translating it. We're just looking at jobs. Okay. And here's AE right here. It's the nominative, the subject noun plural. And here's the verb and T right there. Look at that. There it is. All right, do we have one more? We do. Marcus, subject noun, I'm sure. Yep, there it is. Now this is interesting. What are we going to call this? Because this has another us. Thanks for asking. This is a linking verb, and anything following the linking verb. If you're in Shirley Grammar and you're in patterns 4 and 5, you're learning this. But anything following the linking verb is a predicate, because predicate means verb. It's a predicate adjective or a predicate nominative. And you already know nominative means noun. So there you go. It's a predicate nominative. This is pattern 4 in Shirley Grammar. All right, now let's translate those. You ready? Since this is a plural ending, The boys walk. Yeah, boys don't usually walk, they usually run. All right, this is the brother fights. The girlfriend walks. The male servant gives. The girl students wander. And this is Marcus is a student. Excellent. So boys and girls, if you're wondering the benefit of Latin, here you go. You have got a subject, noun, linking verb, predicate, nominative, pattern 4 right there. All right. What is your homework? After you translate all those, go back and parse every word. So for the verb, you're going to say what conjugation is in trot. It's a first conjugation because it ends in ARE. And person, it's third person, right? It's third person right here, third person. And number is singular. And tense is present. So that's what you're going to do for every one of those. And you're going to get that in your head because that really is what Latin is all about. Step 1 is just learn the vocab, but you're going to get in your head how to do those parsing, and labeling is just answering one question, but the parsing is answering 4. So that's really going to benefit your brain. You're exercising your brain. And good news, I've put a lot of vocabulary derivatives from our Latin Primer A on vocab.com. And I want you to go in there. I'm sending a link out. Go in there and check it out and learn those words. Great job. Bye.